Fire kills more than 24 patients in Beijing hospital. IRB Sarawak aims to collect 6.8 billion ringgit in income tax this year. And Home Ministry urged to resolve citizenship rules in Sarawak. Those are the headlines for tonight. You're now with me, Handy Guri, and you're watching TVS Nightline. The death toll rose to 29 on Wednesday, April 19th, from fire at Beijing hospital that was one of the Chinese capital's deadliest incidents in at least 2 decades. Local media reported that people were using tight bed sheets to climb down the walls to escape smoke and flames after the fire broke out at Changfeng Hospital on Tuesday.
Broken and burned out windows could be seen at the site where there were many police officers, some in plain clothes. Authorities said all but 3 of the 29 that were patients, with the fire having put out in half an hour. Some local residents expressed horror at the incident.
半个小时就灭火的话，那个因为没有具体的通报嘛，因为可能也只是说他们自己的话，可能有描述了一下。半个小时灭火的话，那可能就是人为，然后可能不小心做了一些什么样的一些事情，然后的话，及时的话把这个火给熄灭了嘛。对，然后具体说嘛，说是有什么伤亡之类的，但是还没有官方的通报嘛。 我们只是在新闻上看到相关的一些事件，还是希望这个事情的话，就是不要有太多的一些，比如说人员上的伤亡啊，然后负面的一些信息啊，还是愿他们都是一切都平安吧。
Meanwhile, another resident said the fire was an accident, albeit an unexpected event, when asked if he thought there was any malice to the incident.
注重什么？就是关于消防部门在这个防火减灾方面，这个宣传力度也是非常大的，几乎人人都有这个防火意识。这还是一次这个意外事件，就是意料之外的事件，啊，就跟人正常走路一样，被路边那个石头绊倒一样的。他走几十年路，他也不会绊倒，但是偶尔发生了一次，啊，它属于意外事件。
Initial checks showed the fire, which mostly affected a wing for critically ill patients, was caused by inflammable painting material at a ward under renovation. 39 of the injured were still in hospital as of the time of reporting. 3 are in critical condition and 18 are serious.
First Deputy Finance Minister Dr. Sri Ahmad Masland has called on the Inland Revenue Board Sarawak to be more creative in finding ways to increase tax collection this year. He stated that tax collection for Sarawak in 2022 recorded 6.6 billion ringgit, with an increased target of 6.8 billion ringgit to be collected this year. This can be achieved by including 3 types of tax payment methods, namely voluntary declaration, awareness programs, and management engagement sessions.
Kaedah pertama sebagaimana yang disebut dalam kertas ini iaitu pengakuan sukarela. Pengakuan sukarela yang bermula pada 1 bulan 6 tahun ini sehingga 31 hari bulan Mei tahun depan. Kemungkinan kita akan dapat penglibatan daripada 50,000 pembayar cukai dengan anggaran kutipan tambahan 1 bilion ringgit untuk seluruh Malaysia. Ya. LHDN Malaysia dan Sarawak ada program AES. Awareness ini ialah untuk kita memberikan kesedaran kepada pembayar-pembayar cukai. Awareness. Yang kedua, e-education. Bagaimana saya sebut tadi, iaitu pendidikan cukai kepada rakyat. Dan S itu services, perkhidmatan yang diberikan. Perkara yang ketiga yang perlu dilakukan ialah sesi libat urus. Libat urus ini bertemu, berbincang, berunding, memujuk ya, pembayar-pembayar cukai untuk mereka membayar cukai.
Ahmad Maslan reassured taxpayers that no penalty will be imposed during the tax declaration period for those who still have arrears, as in previous years. He also disclosed that tax collection proceeds will be distributed in the form of aid to the people and for development purposes throughout the country, ensuring the sustainability of the people. During this ceremony, Ahmad Maslan cooperated with the association and the Sarawak Results Association to deliver donations to 30 deserving Asnaf recipients from the Petrajaya area. The donations were in the form of food baskets and RM150 cash per person.
Now, the Home Ministry has been urged to fulfill its promise to resolve citizenship application of stateless children in Sarawak. The call was made by Sarawak Minister for Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Dr. Sri Fatimah Abdullah, reiterating the importance of expediting the process to enable these children to have better access to education and health services.
Ada sinar bagi kanak-kanak kita yang seumpama dalam keadaan yang saya sebutkan tadi. Dan pihak KDN pun kami sangat berterima kasih kepada menterinya sebab dalam kunjungan hormat itu beliau telah memberi jaminan by Jun katanya, Jun 2023, kes-kes yang telah diterima. Kalau ikut rekod kami lah yang melalui kami 900 lebih macam ya, yang ada by Jun akan selesai. Jadi kita harap bahawa ini nanti akan menjadi realiti dan tentu sekali akan memberi kegembiraan kepada kanak-kanak dan keluarga mereka ni.
Fatimah disclosed that more than 900 applications from Sarawak have been received by the Special Committee under Article 15A of the Federal Constitution since it was activated last January. Commenting further on the temporary document applications for stateless individuals that had been rejected, she said that this issue was due to incomplete documentation. The eligibility for temporary document application is to have already applied for Malaysian citizenship according to Article 15A of the Federal Constitution and to be 21 years old and under.
Mengenakan syarat tersebut, kita dapat memberitahu pada mereka pohon untuk kewarganegaraan dahulu. Kemudian kita akan uruskan dokumen sementara ini sebab kalau tidak memohon, bagaimana nak dapat kewarganegaraan ya? Dan bila tak ada dokumen, bagaimana nak pergi ke sekolah?
She told this to reporters after attending the Ziarah Sumbangsih Raya 2023 at the Malaysian Prisons Department at Borneo Highland on Wednesday, April 19.
Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Rahman Johari Tun Openg, received a courtesy call from United Overseas Bank UOB Malaysia at Wisma Bapa Malaysia on Wednesday. The delegation was led by the Chief Executive Officer of UOB Malaysia, Ng Wei Wei.
On July 21st, UOB Malaysia expressed its readiness in facilitating more foreign direct investments (FDI) into Sarawak as international companies look for opportunities in the state's high-value sectors. The bank said it expects more multinational cooperation, especially those from the manufacturing, trade, technology, food and agriculture industries, to invest in Sarawak's renewable energy, digital technology, ecotourism and agro-technology sectors. Through collaborative efforts with the Sarawak Trade and Tourism Office Singapore Status and the Singapore Business Federation SPF, UOB Malaysia has organised an investment and trade mission to Sarawak in an effort to connect its customers to business opportunities in Sarawak. Also present during the visit were the Managing Director of UOB Singapore's Head of Wholesale and the Global Markets Frederick Chin, UOB Malaysia Area Manager East Malaysia Lee Kui Ping and UOB Kuching Branch Manager Emily Rolanda Yong.
The step towards establishing Sarawak Airline has begun, with the matter brought into discussion during Cabinet meeting on Wednesday. Deputy Transport Minister Dato' Hasbibollah said the discussion was conducted smoothly and its implementation will be studied and fine-tuned later.
Secara prinsipal tu mungkin insya-Allah luluslah. PM kita pun dah sebut juga semalam ya. Secara prinsipal dah lulus. Jadi kaedahnya bagaimana lesen dan sebagainya, syarat-syarat semua tu akan diperhalusi lagi.
He said this at the Road Safety Campaign event in conjunction with Aidilfitri Celebration 2023 in Petrajaya on Wednesday. Hasbi added that the government, through the Transport Ministry, is monitoring the issue of high airfares involving routes between Peninsula, Sabah and Sarawak that often happen during the festive seasons.
Kerajaan memantau, bukan tidak kata orang kita Sarawak, bukannya si peduli. I myself pun dah duduk dengan sidak semua bertanya macam mana all this kaedah kita rasionalisasi di belakang ialah tambah mengejut-mengejut ni.
Previously, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim had agreed in principle with Sarawak's desire to launch its own airline. The Premier Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, also said that the establishment of the airline is aimed at increasing the number of flights to Sarawak, in addition to stabilising air ticket prices to the state.
Sarawak declares Friday, April 21st as an additional public holiday in conjunction with the celebration of Hari Raya Aidilfitri 2023. State Secretary Dato' Amar Abu Bakar Marzuki said the Sarawak government has agreed to grant the additional public holiday for the state following a directive from Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg.
Marzuki in a statement said the holiday is declared under Section 5 of the Public Holidays Ordinance, whereby should the first Shawwal fall on Friday, then the next Monday will be an additional public holiday. Meanwhile, if Hari Raya falls on Saturday, April 22nd, then this Friday will be the additional public holiday. Since the second day of Hari Raya Aidilfitri will then fall on a Sunday, April 23rd, Monday, April 24th is automatically a replacement public holiday.
Coming up right after the break, government takes a firm stand against EPF withdrawals and Dalai Lama's first appearance after recent controversy. Right here on TVS Nightline, stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. Now, in an effort to support low-income families, the Ministry of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development has extended its Low-Income Family Empowerment Life program to prison inmates. This initiative also provides hope for underprivileged communities by addressing their financial, educational, health and environmental needs, including prisoners to which assistance will be channeled based on referrals from its strategic partners, such as the Prison Department, in order for them to get on their feet once released from prison.
Lebih kepada membantu untuk grant yang diberi adalah untuk membantu memulakan perniagaan, Tapi secara keseluruhannya, life itu ataupun life, L untuk life, L untuk low, I untuk income, F untuk family dan E untuk empowerment. Satu program di mana kita memberi fokus kepada satu kumpulan yang miskin, dan kumpulan ini jarang diberi bantuan oleh agensi-agensi lain dalam program pembasmian kemiskinan. So di sinilah kita bekerjasama dengan pihak Jabatan Penjara untuk mendapat klien yang sesuai untuk dimasuk di bawah program LIFE ni, Low Income Family Empowerment. So bantuan modal akan diberikan insya-Allah.
She said this after attending the Ziarah Sumbangsih Raya 2023 at the Malaysian Prisons Department at Borneo Highland on Wednesday, April 19. Previously, on March 19, Fatimah also agreed to focus on the prisoners, especially women, in the program. The LIFE program is a new program approved in the 12th Malaysia Plan to empower the poor, hardcore poor and the B40 groups.
Now, on the same development, the Sarawak Prison Department has allowed 19 prisoners to temporarily leave prison and spend time with their families for the Aidilfitri celebrations through the Licensed Inmates Release Outreach Program, PBSL. State's Prison Department Director Muhammad Rizwan said 16 of the released inmates were from Puncak Borneo Prison, while 3 were from Miri Central Prison.
Rizwan reiterated that this move coincided with the release of thousands of licensed prisoner release OPB prisoners nationwide.
Biasanya pelepasan Malaysia ini setiap bulan ada, tetapi pada kali ini diawalkan sempena Aidilfitri. Ini berdasarkan kepada kajian-kajian yang telah pun dilaksanakan di negara-negara yang maju, dan kita tidak ketinggalan dari segi melaksanakan program ini, iaitu seseorang pesalah itu, program pemulihan dia tidak boleh terhenti di dalam institusi semata-mata. Kerana di dalam institusi itu mereka boleh diberikan apa saja program pemulihan, tetapi cabaran sebenar mereka adalah di dalam komuniti apabila mereka kembali semula ke masyarakat. Dan daripada kajian kita lihat mereka ini tidak wajar kita bebaskan terus kembali kepada masyarakat begitu sahaja. Maknanya tidak wajar kita bebaskan mereka daripada pintu penjara terus kembali ke masyarakat. Harus ada transisi period, harus ada satu jangka tempoh yang mana mereka ini diberikan pelepasan, kembali kepada komuniti, kembali kepada masyarakat, tetapi masih lagi di bawah pengawasan, bawah penyeliaan.
At the same time, he assured that the prison department still conducts surveillance during the period. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced that the Prisons Department will implement the release of OPB prisoners under the Ihsan Madani Prisoners Release in conjunction with the Hari Raya celebration. Anwar said that this program gives Muslim inmates the opportunity to celebrate Aidilfitri with their families.
The government remains firm in its position not to allow withdrawals from the Employees Provident Fund EPF despite pressure from various parties. First Deputy Finance Minister Datuk Seri Ahmad Maslan said the suspension was made following the high percentage of EPF members with savings of RM10,000 and below.
Kita dah bagi 4 kali pengeluaran. Pengeluaran pertama kedua, ketiga, keempat, air lestari, air sinar, air citra, pengeluaran khas. Jumlahnya 145 bilion ringgit. Dan apabila kita lihat begitu tinggi persentage yang memiliki 10,000 dan ke bawah simpanan, maka kita memberhentikanlah.
He told this to reporters after officiating a donation ceremony by the Inland Revenue Board (IRB) to the Asnaf Group on Wednesday. Ahmad Mazlan added that the government has a responsibility to ensure the well-being of the people is maintained in their old age and decisions should not be made arbitrarily.
Kerajaan kalau nak popular, boleh bagi saja kebenaran. Keluarkan. Tetapi oleh kerana kerajaan ini bukan hanya ingin membantu rakyat, tapi kerajaan ini ingin kerajaan yang bertanggungjawab.
However, he made it clear that the government does not prevent other withdrawals made for housing, education, health, and certain protection plans.
Now on to some global affairs. Exiled Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, on Wednesday, April 19th, made his first public appearance since the footage of him asking a boy to suck his tongue sparked controversy on social media. Amongst heavy security, the Nobel Peace Laureate waved at crowds of devotees from his motorcade just after he arrived in New Delhi to attend the Global Buddhist Summit.
The 87-year-old apologized after the footage from a public event, which also shows him apparently giving the boy a peck on the lips, went viral, leading to a wave of comments on social media that his behavior amounted to abuse. The video clip filmed in February and circulated this month has been viewed over 1 million times on Twitter. The head of the Tibetan government in exile has defended the Dalai Lama over the footage, saying the incident had demonstrated the country's spiritual leader's innocent and affectionate side. The Dalai Lama fled to India in 1959 after a failed uprising against Chinese rule in Tibet. China's military marched in and took control in 1951.
Now wrapping up the Nightline with some light-hearted news. Football. A high-contact sport was once considered off-limits for the elderly due to the high risk of injury. However, in Japan, people aged 65 and older, who represent nearly a third of the country's population, are more active, relatively healthy seniors who are changing perceptions of what older people can do.
We came up with an idea to have an over 80s league last year. So it has been going year on year. I think it's just like the structure of Japanese society. It may be an aging society, but people can still enjoy doing this kind of thing. I think it's a really good example of this. People's spirit and their physical health are being enriched. People are trying a lot of things, so that's why even if society ages, the elderly are healthy, and this is a good direction to be headed in.
Ito is part of a team that set up an over-60s soccer league in 2002 when it started. There were only 4 teams for players aged 70 years and older. Now in 2023, there are currently 18 teams, including those that are part of the over 80s league, and the number is projected to grow to 26 by 2026. For Ito, playing soccer offers senior more than just exercise. It's also a chance to socialize and make new different friends with different backgrounds.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And those were the updates for tonight. I'm Hendy Gui. Thank you for watching.